These impacts also threaten the health of children through increased diseases, water shortages, increased smog, and more. The rising temperature do not simply rise. Why is climate change happening? Scaling down our emissions and building resilience against climate change can only take us so far. Some negative impacts and damages are now unavoidable. The inevitable consequences of human caused climate change have collectively come to be known as loss and damage. Climate change is having discernible impacts across all continents and oceans.
Climate change is already having a significant impact in ecosystems, economies, and communities. One of the most serious impacts of climate change is how it will affect water and food resources.
How did climate change affect your living?
Climate change can affect my living by the sudden changes of weather which can cause sickness and it can make me lose my focus and I couldn't focus on my studies.
As the world warms, extreme weather events are becoming more frequent and intense. Sea levels are rising, prolonged droughts are putting pressure on food crops, and many animal and plant species are being driven to extinction. It's hard to imagine what we as individuals can do to resolve a problem of this scale and severity.
As a concerned citizen, how can you contribute to alleviate the problem?
As a concerned citizen, well, as a student, I believe that one of the most basic ways to help alleviate the problem of climate change is to stop using industrialized air fresheners because they have something in them that makes the ozone layer thin. If I do really need to freshen up the room or something, I might as well use naturally made ones that do not cause such damage to our ozone layer. It is a very simple thing, but every little thing counts, right?
The good news is we are not alone. People, communities, cities, businesses, schools, faith groups, and other organizations are taking action. We're fighting like our lives depend on it because they do.
Why is climate change happening?
Basically, climate change is happening is because of our doings. Our economy is continuously developing, so we continuously produce greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide, methane gas, and chlorofluorocarbon, which thicken our ozone layer, making the earth warmer. So this will cause climate change and it will continue to worsen if we don't change today.
Here are 5 ways you can help fight climate change.
Methane is 84 times more powerful than carbon dioxide over a 20-year time frame. Leading scientists estimate this gas alone is responsible for 1/4 of the observed changes to Earth's climate. Recent research suggests that methane emissions from the oil and gas sector is a much greater problem than reported. Cutting methane emissions is one of the cheapest, easiest, and most effective things that governments can do right now to tackle climate change. If we take action, reducing methane emissions can be a big part of the solution.
As a concerned student, how can you contribute to alleviate the problem?
Basically, we have to do small things, and then that small things will turn out into kind of a big difference. And then, in my opinion, we have to start disseminating the information on how are we going to preserve our nature, and that is to adjust campaigns in terms of how are we going to protect it, because if we are to campaign, then we are about to inform other people or let other people in the cause and effects of climate change, and in that they'll be able to motivate, they'll be motivated, and they'll be motivated enough to change. And yeah, change is the beginning of everything.
The global push for cleaner, healthier energy is on. With costs dropping every day, renewable energy is the best choice for the environment and the economy. People throughout Canada are leading on renewables, making a difference in towns, cities, and rural areas. You can do it too. No matter what your experience is or how much time you have, will show you opportunities to get charged up with the renewables.
Why is climate change happening?
Climate change is happening is all because of the pollution made by us humans, like noise pollution, water pollution, air pollution that can cause damage to the atmosphere and for also the global warming.
In Canada, transportation accounts for 24% of climate polluting emissions, a close second to the oil and gas industry. The many ways to reduce your transportation emissions will also make you healthier, happier, and save you a few bucks. Whenever and wherever you can take a public transit, ride a bike, car share, and lastly is to fly less.
In a world of more than 7 billion people, each of us is a drop in the bucket. But with enough drops, we can fill the bucket. We are fighting like our lives depend on it, because they do. Take action, reduce methane emission. That's a big part of the solution.